Of the UKIP group, Gareth Bennett.
Diolch, Llywydd. First Minister, I'm very interested in a message that went out from Trade and Invest Wales recently. As you know, Trade and Invest Wales is a marketing initiative run by your Welsh Government. They seem to be pushing out the message to potential foreign investors that workers in Wales earn up to 30% less than workers in other parts of the United Kingdom. Is it your official strategy to market Wales to companies abroad as a low-wage economy, whereby firms can come into Wales and set up shop here and pay their workers extremely low wages?
There was not a message put out by any minister. It is not a message that should have been put out, and I can assure the Chamber that it is not a message that will be repeated.
So it was just a mistake. Okay. Well, whatever strategy your Welsh Government does come up with, claiming that you are trying to improve working conditions in Wales, is likely to be undermined by the real situation we have here in the job market, which is that, in general, wages in Wales are very low, and 20 years of a Welsh Labour government hasn't done anything to change that. I see that yesterday your Brexit minister brought out a statement asserting that we needed to keep freedom of movement to the UK even after Brexit. This means that even after we leave, low-skilled migrants will still be able to flood into Wales from Eastern Europe, keeping wages low. Wages in Wales will never rise unless we take active steps to cut off this flow of cheap, unskilled labour. So why is your Welsh Labour government so determined to keep the cheap labour force flowing into Wales?
Well, let me correct the member in the first place, because he repeats an old canard about the Welsh economy. The truth of the Welsh economy is that while we have more low-paid jobs in Wales, when a person in Wales is doing a job, then they get paid comparably with what that person would be paid for doing the same job somewhere else in the United Kingdom. It is simply not the case, as he suggested at the outset, that somehow wages in Wales are generally depressed. And let me say that I completely agree with what my colleague said yesterday. The continuation of jobs in the Welsh economy, in businesses, in public services, in our universities, depends upon our ability to go on attracting people from other parts of the world to come and make their futures here in Wales. The message we want to give out to the rest of the world is that they are welcome here. They play a really important part in our society and in our economy, and messages to the contrary are actually to the detriment of those people who are already living here and their economic prospects.
I think the truth is, First Minister, that you want to set up your Fair Work Commission that you mentioned earlier and pretend that you are committed to improving pay and working conditions in Wales, when the reality is exactly the opposite. The truth is that you want to keep pay and working conditions low in Wales by allowing companies to keep accessing cheap foreign workers. It's amazing to me that it's the Labour Party and a Welsh Labour government that is supposed to stick up for the rights of Welsh workers that is doing this. I've asked you this before, First Minister, and I'll ask you it again. Would it not be now more appropriate if you renamed your party the Cheap Labour Party?
Well, it was a cheap remark the last time the member made it. I'm surprised that he doesn't have at least somebody alongside him to advise him on not repeating the same mistake twice. Let me give him the example that I've given him before. It's a real-world example. It was put to me directly by the employer. This is someone who runs a large and successful business in the middle of Wales, in a place where there is sparsity of population. In order for that business to succeed, as it has succeeded for many years, he needs 100 people to make his business work year in, year out. 100 of those people he is able to recruit from that local community. In order for the business to run, he has to recruit 20 other people. And indeed, those 20 other people are not to be found locally, and they come from outside Wales. It is the jobs of the 80 people who are already there that depend upon the 20 people who come from elsewhere. That's why those people are welcome to be here in Wales, far from, as the member suggests, those people being somehow to the detriment of Welsh people. our ability to persuade people from elsewhere to come and be part of our successful economy is part of the success we will have, and we as a government are determined to go on giving the message that those people will be welcome. They're welcome now, they'll be welcome in the future, whatever our relationship with the rest of the world will be.